All right, let's get the plugin installed on your machine and running. I'm going to explain how to install it, and then I'll go really briefly over what it does and how it does what it does, so you at least understand that. But do me a favor. This is not for sale, but it's not free. We paid good money to have this developed, so please do not share this with anyone outside of the Skype group. That's all that I request. Be honest and just don't share it. Don't link to it. Don't link to this video. It is just for this Skype group and only this Skype group. And that's just the one condition that I'm releasing it on. Just simply because we paid good money to develop it. We use it. It's really not ready for to be a paid product, simply because it would take some training videos, installations, a little bit clunky. You'll understand in just a minute. But as soon as you get it installed, it works. We've done a lot of testing with it. We have not had any trouble whatsoever from YouTube using it with our account signed in. We've never had any issues, no warnings, no flags or anything. I'll explain how it works so you have a little idea. If you'd feel more comfortable using it on in Chrome when you're not logged into your YouTube account, you could do that as well. I don't. It works fine. I haven't had any troubles. So let's get you installed and up and running. The first thing you need to do is go to Google and type in Tamper Monkey. Now that's a really weird name for a script, but let me explain. Tamper Monkey is simply a plugin that's maintained all the time. It's updated. It's got a lot of users. You'll see here it's 32,534 votes. So there's a lot of users using this. It's simply a plugin container that sits inside Google Chrome. The reason you use this is because a lot of software that marketers like you and I, a lot of software that we buy, it's essentially someone rebuilt a browser and then added some functionality onto it. So if you're a software developer, you know what I'm talking about. You're essentially having to build this browser as part of your software and then adding some functionality. So in this case, instead of constantly rebuilding these browsers and having to install stuff, we just use this one tool, Tamper Monkey. It sits on top of Google Chrome, and then we just simply paste in some code, and we're able to actually get Google Chrome to do things as if it was a standalone software tool. So you can add it to Chrome. You could remove it. There's nothing here is, secretive. You can take it away whenever you want it. If you don't want it, install Tamper Monkey. Okay, so you have to add this to Chrome first. Once you've added Tamper Monkey to Chrome, you will see this little icon in the upper right corner, it should be, of your Chrome menu there. It's the Chrome extension bar there. You'll see this little icon. I don't know really what that is. It's like a little square with circles. When you click on that, you'll be able to go into the dashboard right here. Okay, so you can click on that. It says dashboard. By the way, none of this stuff is mine, so I'm not asking for donations. Don't think that's what's happening here. This is just part of Tamper Monkey. I don't have any control over this here. But once you click on this, you click on dashboard, you'll be taken to this page right here. Now yours won't look like this because we're going to make it look like this here with the stats plugin. Simply click this button right here. It's got a little green plus sign. You click that. When you click that, it's going to open up this. Don't panic. Don't worry about anything it says here. Just put your cursor inside this box, hold down Control A, so you basically highlight everything, hit your backspace so everything's deleted, okay? Then take the contents of the file that I put inside the Skype group and just simply hit Control V and paste in, okay? So you're gonna get all this code, you're just gonna paste it in, you don't have to worry about what it says or anything like that. All you gotta do next is click the save button, you're done, okay? So see, I now have 2 of these on. I'm gonna delete one of these, but that's all you've got to do. Okay, so let's go back to YouTube and I'll tell you exactly what you're looking at, and we'll wrap this video up. So I've gone ahead and done a search at YouTube for bass fishing, okay? And initially you won't see this information, but what you'll see is this red 1 in the extension bar up here in Chrome. If you don't see the red 1, what sometimes helps is just hit F5. So you kind of refresh the page. Sometimes it takes a minute. It's basically looking to find out, are you on YouTube? And if you are on YouTube, then the script starts, okay? So hit F5, you should see a 1 there if you've got everything installed. Okay, so let's talk about this first result here, where it says NA views yesterday, NA views last 7 days. The reason for this is this channel, they have disabled stats on their videos. So they've actually gone in and said, don't show the stats publicly. We therefore can't do the math to determine how many views it had yesterday or the last 7 days, okay? But this one, most of them won't have that. I mean, there will be some in here that have that, but a lot of them won't. And we take that into account when we do our calculations. So you'll see here, this had 5,592 views yesterday. And it's actually, it probably should be the last full full day. So if it's a half a day, it's not technically yesterday. It's actually the last full 24-hour day is where we start, and from the previous day. So this 5,592 views yesterday, 101,000 views in the last 7 days. Okay, I'm not going to get onto analysis of this. You can kind of think about how you could use these numbers for lots of different things. One of them would be if you get huge views yesterday, but not much bigger than that for the 7 days, it's just a spike. Okay, maybe they're doing ads, maybe they had, they suddenly got they're on a related video, it's a really popular video or something. When you get something that looks, so this one actually is going down. You take 7 times 5,000, it should be roughly 35,000, and it's 101,000. So one issue here might be he's got a big subscriber base, and now it's slowly trickling down. That's one, you can research, you can go crazy with this, but you get the idea. Now let's talk about this really quick here. The keyword difficulty score. This is experimental. It does work, but it's a work in progress, and there is no upper limit. So you say, what's the point of this? Well, basically, most keyword difficulty tools, they have a serious flaw in that they simply say how difficult is a keyword without actually taking into account what you have that you're competing with. So in other words, if your channel, if you've got 5,000 subscribers and everything you put out there everybody watches, then it's one thing for me to say how hard it is for you to rank for this video versus the guy that just started a YouTube channel. He's got no subscribers. Every video he puts out, he fights for every single view. Okay, it's a whole different thing for him to compete against a term. So basically this is here so that when you publish your videos, you can get an idea for the rank, the score that you can go after and compete with. Okay, so it's a little different than probably you're thinking right off the bat, but play around with it and you'll see what I mean. As you put in longer tail terms, you're going to see this number go down. So I would say this is a very difficult keyword to rank for. And again, we're just talking about ranking in the organic terms here, but you'll put in other terms and suddenly, anything below 1,000, even a brand new YouTube channel, a brand new YouTube account, you can rank on the first page for those terms almost always. Okay, so you kind of play around with this, and if you're just starting out, it's a great way to kind of help you get some more views before you get the account totally fired up and you get lots of subscribers and everything. It's kind of helpful if you could target some of those longer tail terms and get ranked on the first page. You'll start to get the views, you'll start to get some more subscribers, and then you can go from there. So that's what that's there for. Lastly, these two numbers here. ADV stands for average daily view. And so we take all the counts of the videos. We can't use these, so we throw out the ones that are NAs. And we throw out any ads. So we don't count, if there's an ad on the page, we don't count the views for the ads. The cool thing is you can actually get the views for the ads. So you can actually see how much the people are advertising. We don't have an ad on this page, but you would see that. So you can get an idea how many views he got the day before for his ad, which is kind of cool. And I won't go into how you can use that, but it's pretty cool. So average daily views on this page is 2,856. The ADVO, for you stats wonks, we just basically threw out the outliers. So sometimes you'll pull up a page and, the average is say the average was like 2,000, but all of a sudden there's some Taylor Swift music video that got thrown in there and it's got like 5 million views yesterday. Okay. Well, if we just did a straight average, it's going to make all of them look like they got thousands and thousands of views. It's pretty much worthless at that point. So we throw out any outliers using just the standard outlier formula. When we throw the outliers out, you get a better idea. So there's if these two numbers are the same, there's no outliers on the page. Everything's pretty much, down the line. These aren't the same. So one of these videos is just disproportionately got a lot of views. I didn't scroll through here to see which one it is, but one of these has got a lot more than the others. And so it's been thrown out. So I'm not going to go through and look at all the numbers, but one of them is so far out of the range that it's probably right here. This 5,592 views yesterday. It's almost 6,000 views yesterday. It's an outlier. It's not consistent with these others that are on this page. So play around with this. When you click on the individual videos, you'll get the views. You'll also get these average daily view outliers and average daily view with outliers included, but you won't get keyword difficulty because this is just for the search part. Okay, so this is the search part. So sorry for the long video. I hope it helps. Again, please don't share it. Use it for yourself. There's a ton of ways you can use this, and we'll probably maybe talk about that inside the Skype group. There's just a ton of opportunity, whether paid or regular SEO or just doing research on channels and research on different topics and categories. I mean, Okay, so let me show you an obvious way that this is really helpful. So let's take this video right here, Epic Bass Fishing Tournament. You'll see it's got 127,232 views. Hey, that's a great video. I'd be happy to have that for one of my videos that I put out. So 127,000 views. Let's check out this bad boy, Beast Fishing Monster of the Deep, okay? 10.8 million views, okay? That's impressive. 10 million views on the video, great. So let me ask you a question. Which one of these would you rather have your video on the related side? Like if this was your video right here, would you be happy? Or would you be more happy if your video was this one right here? So if you answered this one, check this out. Just 44 views yesterday, 306 views the last 7 days. You're going to get 44 impressions for your ad. I'm sorry, your video. That's the way you need to think about it, ads. You're going to get 44 impressions for your video right here. But if you were on this video right here, check this out. 2,310 views yesterday, 22,000 views the last 7 days. You're going to get 22,000 impressions last week if you were right here. And if you're right here, you get just 306. 306 versus 22,000. But check out the total view count. That's why it's misleading. When you just look at total view count, you're missing some huge opportunities. That's what this plugin's for, really. That was what it was originally designed for. But there's a lot of other little cool things you could do with this. So just wanted to point that out to you. That's what's going on here. And the minute you kind of wrap your head around that, you'll have like these aha moments, both in advertising. It's pretty stinking cool. I think you'll have to admit, once you start to see these numbers, like all these aha moments just start to flood your mind to what you could do with this. So really enjoy it, put it to use in your business, and I hope you can profit from it.